Man, oh man, that fatal four-way event. Um, I'm still kind of reeling from all the action. I don't know about you.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a wild one. So many twists and turns. I mean, who could have predicted some of those outcomes?
Right, like seriously.
Yeah,
Some of those matches, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. So let's just dive right in, shall we?
let's do it.
Okay, let's start with the Women's World Championship.
Hmm.
Rebecca Walsh defending her title against Ashley Angel.
Yeah.
Now, going into this one, I thought we'd see like a more technical, submission-based match, you know?
I know what you mean. It's what they're both known for, but
Exactly. But Rebecca really surprised me. I mean, those knee strikes.
brutal. Just brutal. It's like she's saying she's not just a submission specialist anymore.
Yeah, she was relentless with those knees to the gut. I mean, poor Ashley could barely breathe, let alone try for the Angel's wings.
And that chop block finish. Oof.
Oh,
Effective, but man, that's gotta hurt.
so that's Rebecca's style now, huh? Makes you wonder if anyone can actually take that punishment and take her down.
It's a good question. I mean, who can withstand that kind of onslaught? What do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
She's on a roll, that's for sure. But hey, let's move on. We got to talk about that fatal four-way to determine the #1 contender for King's World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, Rudy Way, Eddie Butcher, Deshaun Williams, and Scorpion all in the ring at the same time.
Talk about a clash of styles. You had Rudy's chaotic brawling, Eddie's just raw power, Deshaun's technical brilliance, and then Scorpion's speed. It was anyone's game.
Pure mayhem. Weapons flying everywhere, bodies hitting the floor. It was a total free-for-all. But in the end, Deshaun Williams came out on top. Color me surprised.
Deshaun played it smart, though. He used that environment to his advantage. That bat became an extension of his arm.
Yeah, he really took some punishment, but he kept coming back for more.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how he'll handle King, though. That's going to be a clash of titans for sure.
For real King's dominance versus Deshaun's strategic mind, could be an epic showdown.
Yeah, could be. Speaking of epic showdowns, let's talk about the Women's Heritage Championship. Another fatal four-way this time, with the baby, Sarah K. Kelly Styles, and the champ, Marcella.
Oh man, the tension in that match was palpable. You could cut it with a knife. The baby desperate for her first win, Sarah Kay riding high after almost winning the Elimination Chamber. Kelly Styles trying to reclaim her former glory, and Marcella just fighting tooth and nail to hold on to that title.
You know what really stood out to me? The baby's power. I mean, she was tossing those other women around like they were rag dolls.
No kidding. Definitely a force to be reckoned with, but in the end, Marcella's cunning and that well-placed sledgehammer won the day.
Yeah, that sledgehammer is becoming her signature weapon. It's like a warning to anyone who dares to challenge her.
Right, like don't mess with Marcella. So now the question is, who's going to step up next? Got any predictions?
That's a tough one. Marcella's a tough nut to crack.
Mhm.
But hey, someone's got to try, right? Anyway, moving right along, let's talk about the United States Championship match. That fatal four-way elimination match was a bloodbath.
No kidding. You had Sebastian Wolf, Mike Hudson, Caleb Morris, and the champion Samuel Parker all going at it. And that elimination format, man, it just adds a whole other level of intensity.
You could feel the desperation in the air. Every move was like life or death. I mean, blood was spilled, weapons
Ooh.
were used. These guys were not holding back.
Caleb Morris really brought the heat, though. His aggressive style was something else. But Samuel Parker started off strong, asserting his dominance as champion. But as the match went on, things got kind of crazy.
That's where things got really interesting. Sebastian Wolf, he just swooped in and capitalized on all the chaos, using that British strong style to wear everyone down. It was a smart move.
Definitely a well-deserved win for Sebastian. He showed he's got the brains and the brawn to be a champion.
All right, let's talk about the main event, the World Heavyweight Championship rematch, King versus John Ward.
This one had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. I mean,
Hmm.
King, the reigning champ, on an absolute tear, and John Ward, a worthy challenger with a history of pushing King to his limits.
You know, I was impressed with John Ward's strategy early on. He used his speed and agility to keep King off balance. He even landed some pretty impressive blows.
Yeah, he had his moments, but King is just a force of nature. That power and experience, it's undeniable. And that King's lariat, I mean, it's a thing of beauty. Two of those bad boys, and it was over. John Ward put up a good fight, but in the end, King's reign continues.
Yeah, King stays on top of the mountain.
Hmm.
Well, folks, that was intense. But you know what? This is just the beginning. We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors. Stay tuned. All right, we're back. And thinking about all these matches, it's just wild how much brutality we saw.
Yeah, it's like every match was a war. These wrestlers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
It's true. Like, think about Rebecca Walsh taking down Ashley Angel. I mean, it was brutal.
Mm.
but it also showed just how determined she is to stay on top.
Yeah, she's not messing around.
Yeah.
And the way she just shrugged off some of those arm wrenches from Ashley, I mean, wow. The woman is tough.
Seriously, like a tank. And that's what separates the champions from the rest, right? That resilience, that willingness to endure anything to win.
Absolutely. And Deshaun Williams in that fatal four-way, he took a beating, but he never gave up.
He just kept coming back for more. You got to admire that kind of grit.
And it earned him a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. And let's not forget Marcella holding on to her Women's Heritage Championship.
Oh, yeah, Marcella. She's crafty, resourceful, and that sledgehammer. I mean, come on.
It's intimidating for sure. It's like a statement, you know? Don't even try it.
Exactly. So do you think that makes her vulnerable, though? Like, could someone use that against her?
It's possible. I mean, she's been one step ahead so far.
Yeah.
She's not just willing to fight dirty, she's good at it.
True. True. And then there's Sebastian Wolf winning the United States Championship.
Yeah.
Talk about seizing the moment.
Right. He was like a shark smelling blood in the water. He waited for the perfect opportunity and bam.
Yeah, it was brilliant. He used everyone else's chaos to his advantage. So what do you think? What does it take to be a champion in RCW? Is it skill, brutality, something else entirely?
It's got to be a combination of all of it, right? You need the talent, the skill, the toughness, but you also need that killer instinct, that drive to push yourself beyond the limit and never back down.
That's what makes RCW so captivating. You never know what's going to happen. Right.
Exactly. It's unpredictable. You got athleticism, strategy, and yeah, sometimes just pure chaos.
For sure.
Yeah.
But we've talked a lot about the winners tonight. What about the folks who came up short?
Yeah, like John Ward, Ashley Angel. They're incredible athletes. They gave it their all.
They may not have walked away with the titles this time, but they left their mark on that ring.
Yeah.
That's what I love about RCW.
Yeah.
It's anyone's game. You can't predict who's going to win,
Yeah.
and that keeps things exciting.
Keeps us on the edge of our seats for sure. So what about you guys, the fans listening? What are your thoughts? What are your predictions?
Let's hear it. Who do you think will be the next champion? Who impressed you the most? Hit us up on social media and let us know.
We love hearing from you guys, your passion, your insights. It's all part of the fun. But for now, we got to take a quick break. Stick with us, though.
We'll be back to talk more about Fatal 4-Way and what it means for the future of RCW. Don't go anywhere. Okay, we're back. And, as we wrap this whole thing up, I'm still thinking about what this all means for RCW. I mean, we saw some major shakeups tonight.
Yeah, for sure. The whole landscape of RCW has shifted. You got new champions rising up, established stars solidifying their dominance. It's exciting.
It is, like Sebastian Wolf taking the United States Championship. Who would have thought?
Right. It's proof that anything can happen in RCW. And then there's Deshaun Williams. Now he's got a title shot against King. I mean, talk about a David and Goliath situation.
Seriously. Can Deshaun's strategy and resilience really overcome King's sheer power? What do you think?
I honestly don't know. King is a force of nature, but
Right.
Deshaun's a smart guy. He knows how to use his strengths to his advantage. It'll be a battle of wits, for sure.
It's going to be epic. And what about Rebecca Walsh? Is there anyone who can stop her?
Well, someone's got to step up, right? She's dominating the women's division right now, but I have a feeling a new challenger will emerge, someone who can match her intensity and maybe even exploit her new reliance on brute force.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. And that's what makes RCW so great. You just never know what's going to happen next.
Exactly. Fatal 4-Way has thrown everything wide open. New rivalries, unexpected alliances, the whole new ball game.
So to all our RCW fans out there, what are your predictions? What storylines are you most excited about?
Yeah, let us know. Who deserves a championship opportunity? Who do you think is going to rise to the top?
Hit us up on social media and let's talk RCW. We love hearing from you guys.
Your passion and insights, they make these deep dives so much fun.
That's all the time we have for today, but we'll be back soon with another deep dive into the wild world of RCW.
Until then, stay tuned and keep those predictions coming.
And remember, in RCW, anything is possible. So stay hyped.